Alrighty, are we live? And we're live. How we doing today, everybody? Another week, another episode of the Everybody and Their Mom podcast. The podcast that everybody and the mom is listening to. How we doing, everybody? Hope we're doing well. Another week, another episode 26 to be exact. Got a good one today. A lot of good topics to go over. A lot has happened over the past week. Man, a lot has changed in the NBA, NFL, fucking Nintendo, Joe Biden. We're gonna get all into it today, guys. All into it. Hope you guys doing good. I'm just kind of been prepping for the bar, like I have been mentioning in the past few weeks. Was studying for that right before this. Gonna eat and then study after a little bit more. Gonna do a practice essay after that. Besides that, I mean, it's been a little warm lately. Right now it's like 86. It's gonna get up to 88, I think, but it'll start cooling down. Start cooling down. And I mean, beyond that, let me see. Last week, what do we do? Yeah, watched a little bit of UFC. Pretty all right event. Some fights got canceled, but overall pretty solid. No UFC this week, so we got that. I graduate next week, and the card isn't very good. So, hey, shout out to UFC for throwing me a bone there, for at least throwing a mid ass card. Um, what else I do? Watching some movies. Yeah, there's a new Stitch coming out. I rewatched the animated version a few days ago. Let me see. Beyond that, bought a new suit. Ordered that for graduation. Gonna get a haircut next week for graduation. Sorry for the wild look, but I like it for now. At least another week. Um, what else are we doing? But yeah, mainly just prepping, man, prepping. Getting ready. Next steps. I feel better now with in terms of the test. There's a couple of subjects that I just can't. I don't know. Property, and not really Cipro now. Cipro a little bit easier, but mainly property. Property is the one that's getting me, which is crazy because I remember when I was taking the class, I actually really liked it. So it's weird, just like that now. Let me see. But yeah, Saturday UFC, Friday. I think I watched Jeepers Creepers. I think it was good. Um, watched 28 Days Later. That's the one. 28 Days Later. I'd never seen it, and yeah, it was pretty good. Damn, my bro, you look fried. I look fried, really? How? Is it because my hair's crazy? um, I mean, it's hot. Maybe it's that too. Hello, Ronnie. How are we doing today, my brother? We are just about to get started into these topics. Let me see. Yeah, fuck it. Let's jump right in. NBA playoffs. Let's make that update with the NBA playoffs. Yesterday's game, the fucking Thunder blowout. You finished finals and destroyed your tests. Nah. Yeah, finals are over. Finals are done with. Let me see. Did you see the game yesterday? I thought the Timberwolves were gonna keep it close. They did at first, but then the let me see. Free throw merchant is the biggest cancer since LeBron. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the SGA. I saw this one picture on Twitter, and I didn't believe it, but I was like, damn, nobody was really touching him. Like no one touched him at all. Right here. Um yeah, right here. I think I'm gonna save this picture. I'm gonna do this at the park from now on. If we ever play at the park again, every time I drive into the lane, I'm gonna just like make a what is I don't want to say it. I'll make a funny face. But yeah, man, the fucking NBA, like the game was close, but then they started calling fouls on like this shit, And then the Timberwolves, yeah, it was they were on the road, and it was kind of over from there. I thought they would keep it close, but whatever. I'm honestly more excited for today's matchup with the Pacers and the Knicks. That's going to be exciting. Pacers Knicks, let's go tonight at 5. I'm rooting for the Knicks, but I think let me see, the Pacers, are they favored it? Let me see, Pacers, they should be. Let me see. Who are you rooting for? The Knicks or Pacers? Who are you rooting for? Let me know in the comments. Let me see. What? The Knicks are favored tonight? No way. Aren't the Pacers at home? That's wild. Let me see. Yeah, do the Knicks. Oh, well, the Knicks are at home. Okay. Okay. Ah, something in me thinks that the Pacers are gonna steal it though. For sure, Knox. For sure, Brunson, because he and me have the same birthday. Oh wait, Ronnie, are you having a kid? Is that like confirmed? I thought last time you were just joking, but David said you're having a kid, and I'm like, how do you know this? He told me in like a thing. Let me know in the comments if you are running. We'll make an announcement. Well, I won't make an announcement, but I'll make an announcement on stream. Yes, I'm having another Saints fan. You're getting a dog. Ryan's getting a dog. Everybody, he's getting a dog. It's gonna be this one. He's getting the. You should get this one, Ronnie. You should get this one. Dude, I've seen these. They're fucking big ass fucking dogs. I saw one in London. This homeless guy had one, but I don't think he was homeless. I think he was just using it to like get easy tourist dollars. You know what I mean? Like he was just. I already have a dog. Get another dog. Get another dog. But yeah, I'm rooting for the Knicks. Looks like they favored it tonight. Good luck. David said, "Congrats! It was the story of the ultrasound." Oh, that's why I don't watch anybody's story. That's my problem. I'm sorry. I should probably watch people's stories. Because I see like the little circle with the ring around it that that shows that, oh hey, this person posted something, but I never click it. I'm always just scrolling. But I'm always sending you like funny stuff at least, or sending yeah, everybody. I hope funny stuff. I hope they like it. If not, I'm like kind of, I feel bad that I'm just like, sending you like a bunch of fucking TikToks that are just like whack as fuck. But yeah, let me see. We got it's down at Pacers, Knicks, Wolves, Thunder. I think originally I had fucking Celtics, Cavs, Bucks, Pistons. So I was way off there on that side. And then I had fucking Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, and Thunder. So yeah, I was wrong. I was just wrong with the NBA playoffs. But ultimately it's cool because hey, it's gonna be it was on Insta. Oh, I don't have Instagram. I don't have Instagram. Sorry everybody. I deleted it short like after like years after Facebook bought it. I just didn't like what it became, and I just like using TikTok and YouTube and Twitter more. But yeah, it's cool. Like it's a cool app. I understand why people use it. It's a cool app. But yeah, we're gonna have 7 years of NBA, 7 new champions. How about that? There's been no repeats. No repeats. I think the last repeat was the Warriors with Durant. Yes, that was the last repeat. Warriors with Durant. Um, and then they were gonna, I think, three-peat, but then the fucking Raptors won. Go Raptors. Let's go. Go Raptors. Yeah, the change in the CBA. I was talking to my brother and my dad about that. That the NBA they changed the rules now so that the essentially you can't like hoard talent. Some other team is always going to be able to pay your players more. And especially now with the way they set up the like those max and super max contracts, you can only really afford to pay like two elite guys. So there's really no more super teams gonna be a thing anymore unless they take a pay cut, which NBA they're not gonna do that because there's only like 15 guys on a team. Um, I mean, I guess like you could say maybe the Thunder, but they got a bunch of guys on like on young deals. Um, Maybe the Celtics you could argue, but even then, yeah, Tatum just got hurt, so yeah, they're not gonna last long. Um, the Nuggets are over. Yeah, yeah, the Thunder drafted everybody. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like they're still on like rookie deals and shit. Um, the Thunder, the Thunder's players should be on the Clippers right now. Think about that. Interesting. But they wanted Paul George. Paul George, huh? Hmm. 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 I don't know about that one, Chief. They wanted Paul George and James Harden. I guess. I guess. Yeah, I was talking to my brother about that, and I think it's good for the league because I remember back in high school, dude, they called me a madman for this. They were like, they're like, what do you mean that it's the NBA is kind of boring? And I was like, well, yeah, like don't get me wrong, like the games and the players are exciting, they're athletic and everything, but it's kind of predictable, like you can kind of tell who's gonna win or make it to the finals like before the season even starts. You know what I mean? And it's kind of sad to say that, especially like the because I think then I was in high school, and that would have been 2013. So that would have been like the Miami Heat, the Heatles, the LeBron Heat. And I was like, yeah, bro, like they're gonna make it every year, and then I think on the West Coast, John, you and me are little NBA prophets. Oh my god, yeah, dude, the threes did kind of ruin it, but I didn't know that I guess Moneyball infected the NBA. So in the sense that like you you don't want to take a bad shot, so the only good shot is like a fucking layup, like like something that like anybody fucking Farron could make that, you know what I mean? Like literally like 2 feet from the rim. Like, all right, dunk it or like just put it in there, a putback, or just shoot a wide open three, even though you're like, you shouldn't take that. Yeah, a dunk or a three. Yeah, layup, dunk or three. And it's like, you either just getting that or like getting free throws. And it's like, well, it's not a very exciting product, but you did kind of solve the game. Because it's like, it's like if you were to give a computer, like an AI computer. Hold, let me move it. Oh, it doesn't matter what I'm. It's the sun, dude. I'm in a holy place right now. Look at this, fucking light everywhere. 1 for 3 is better than one. Yeah, exactly. And then low key, whenever I see a mid range shot, it does look kind of bad. like, like I remember I was watching this TikTok, and this guy was arguing. This like unk was arguing with this kid, like some like not even Gen Z, like Gen Alpha kid, and this kid, dude, they all have this like this list, like they talk like this, and yeah, he's mid, dude, he's washed, dog, he's washed, like they kind of talk like that. I don't know if it's because of Minecraft or something or Roblox, but yeah, they kind of have like this like I don't know, this tone to their voice. But he was saying that like, yeah, like why would you take this like unk mid-range shot? Yeah, COVID schooling, exactly, COVID schooling. Because I had a buddy, dude. He had to take speech classes, but we would make fun of him. Well, I wouldn't because I thought that was fucked up. But his friends would make fun of him in middle school. You know, we were just messing around. He'd be like, "Oh, you're going to speech," because he literally couldn't say like he couldn't say that, bro. And we're like in middle school, dog. We're like 13 years old. This motherfucker can't say snake. He can't say Sally went down to the seashore or Sally sold seashells down by the seashore. He couldn't say that. He couldn't say it. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like he has to stay after class, like after school, like 30 minutes, an hour extra just to fucking say the words a snake said, like whatever. It's fuck, man. I felt bad for him. But yeah, like the kid, he was saying like, "Oh, Unc, like I think they're talking about Tim Duncan, and he was saying that like Tim Duncan is like the what do you say, like takes Unc mid range shots," and I'm like, yeah, that's true, like like yeah, he said he was taking mid range shots that like you see like just like Unc's take at the Y or like at the LA Fitness, and I'm like, yeah, low key, yeah. Low key, yeah. It's not pretty, but it's kind of more exciting compared to just like, all right, three, three, three. Cause damn, dude, I was seeing it and I was like, this one player attempted six threes in one quarter, and I'm like, why? Do you have like any other aspect to your game, or are you just like, finding a spot on the floor, getting open, and shooting that shit? Like I could do that. Like I do that at the park. I'll make one out of like three, and everybody thinks I'm decent, and just play D and pass it to the right guy when it matters, I guess. But yeah, NBA, man. And then this ties into my next topic, the fucking draft, man. Did y'all see that shit, dude? What the fuck? The Mavericks, number one pick. Is it rigged? Mavericks equals rigged. Thank you, Ronnie. Utility player, dude. So I was looking at the odds right here. The Utah Jazz had the highest odds, 14%, followed by the Wizards, 14%, and the Hornets, 14%. And then after that, fell to the Pelicans at 12.5. Then the Sixers at 10.5. The Nets with 9. Damn, dude. The Raptors even. The Spurs. Dude. So the Mavericks had the like 11th highest odds that at 1.8% to make this shit, and they jumped 10 spots, which I saw a stat wise is the highest ever. So I'm like, yeah, dude, this is rigged. Like it's the way the Luca trade went down. We talked on here, a few months ago when that happened, and I was shocked on here too because it was like, is it a ratings thing? Is it a new ownership that wants to move? Because my original conspiracy theory was that the new ownership, because Mark Cuban isn't there anymore, and I heard the new owner, she wanted to move the team to Vegas because the league has been trying to get an NBA team in Vegas for a while now, ever since the All Star break and everything, and they have fucking NFL, MLB, well MLB soon, NHL there soon, and now with the Golden Knights and Raiders, the Athletics are going to go soon. So it's just natural they're going to start NBA there, an NBA team there. So it's like, okay, you have a new owner. She wants to maybe move the team. Um, she because part of that came was, I guess, she made most of her money through casinos. So okay, that was the theory, was okay, force that trade. So then it lowers I guess like the market cap in Dallas because they just made the finals and they have somewhat of a history with with Dirk Nowitzki and shit. So it's like, okay, there's a bit of a tie to the city. So then you do that trade to force it, and but then this happens, and it just explains it all. It's like, yeah, there was the explanation. And I guess the new running theory is essentially that the league ratings have been going down, which they have, which partly to do with the game. The NBA is boring to watch, low key, at least regular season sometimes. Um, Coupled with like streaming. So, dude, I remember back in the day, I could go on like channel 2, 4, 7, 11, 13, and there just be games on, like just regular NBA games on. And I'm like, let's go, watch the Hawks or whatever, the fucking local team. I'll watch the Clippers, the Lakers play, whatever. But now, dude, you need fucking NBA TV, ESPN Plus, fucking League Pass, Game Pass. You need your mom to give you a pass, a hallway pass, just to fucking watch. I don't know, the Magic play the Heat, and it's like, what the fuck? So it's like, okay, ratings are down because it's harder to watch the games. It's more expensive to watch the games. Dudes just pirate the games on like Stream East or wherever. Shout out to VIP Box. Let's go. I've been there since day one. I'll never forget your VIP Box. Um, the games are boring to watch. Um, and LeBron is getting older, so they were like, okay, we need. I wonder if they keep track of viewership of illegal streaming. I heard they do. I know, like for like boxing and like those things they do, because they like it's. I think they like put it against like their cost, like their cost analysis. So they're like, okay, if we, it's just sad to say, I think it was like Jake Paul or Logan Paul that was talking about it one time, because they were like, okay, why are we gonna sell our pay-per-view for like 50, 60, $70 when X amount of people on our last one were illegally streaming it? How about for our next one, we sell it for like 20, 25 to make up? I heard it was like something like that. But yeah, they did keep track of it. Because essentially like uh like a secondary market in a way, almost. It is technically a black market, technically, but I wouldn't really call it that. I'd be like, yeah, they're just pirating that shit, bro. We're gonna get to pirating in a bit. Fuck Nintendo. Fuck them. Um, but yeah, dude, Cooper Flag is gonna go to the Mavericks now. Um, the Spurs are gonna get better. I was hoping Cooper Flag was gonna go to the Spurs, man. To pair him up with Wemby, but then I heard that Giannis might go to the Spurs now, or he might go to like a Florida team, because I heard he wants to go to a. If he leaves Milwaukee, it'll be to a state without an income tax. So it's like, okay, Texas or Florida, have fun wherever, I guess. Probably Texas with the Spurs, right? And I heard the Spurs might trade their pick to do that. So it's like, all right. I heard Dallas might trade the number one pick also. I doubt that though. I highly doubt that. But I heard that is an option though. I heard that Dallas might trade, or the Spurs might trade their pick to the Bucks in order to lure Giannis. Because imagine Giannis with AD and Kyrie, fuck, or Giannis with Wembanyama and fuck was it? Is it Fox? Yeah, I think they're Darren Fox. Yeah, I think they're gonna end up having in-game advertisement. I Yeah, what I heard that, well, let me get a swig real quick. What I heard is happening is because a lot of sports low key have been following the WWE model. What I mean by that, so WWE was like one of the first things to like back in the day go to like pay-per-view, right? Okay, so you would, hey mom, can you order SummerSlam? Can you order WrestleMania? Yeah, sure, kid. How much is it? $70. No, fuck that, hell no. And then you would sometimes order it, and then your mom would get the bill next month, and then you would get your ass kicked, and then it's like, hey, fuck it, I saw Rey Mysterio win the title, and it was cool. Or I saw Jeff Hardy win the belt, and it was cool. Um, but then slowly they moved away from the pay per view model to their own streaming service model. What does that sound like? NBA TV, Game Pass, all that bullshit. Slowly over time, they were like, okay, hey, you can have access to all our live shows. You still got to pay for. I think you had to pay for pay per views sometimes. Maybe I didn't have it. My buddy did. You had the library of all our old shows. You had the library. You could watch all our old shit. Over time, I heard that started to like cost them more than what it was worth. So what they did instead was bundle themselves with another streaming service. Let's go. So instead of doing it on their own, they're now. I think they started with Peacock, and then now they're on Netflix. And so what I heard, like, well, boxing has started already with like the Zone, and there's another one. I think it's Sky Sports or something. It's like the European version of it, Sky Sports streaming or something. And so they're doing their own like streamers, but I think eventually what's gonna happen is like they're gonna be like, hey, people are just too many people are illegally streaming our shit, and it's costing us way too much just to fucking keep running these streaming services. Let's just bundle ourselves with like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Amazon, whatever, and then yeah, it'll raise the price of those services. So like Netflix will be like $30 a month, but you get like WWE, um, NBA, and boxing as part of it. What do you think of that? I think that that's probably was going to be next because, I mean, with the fucking, I mean, like you guys mentioned it, fucking the amount of people that let me see, that illegally stream this shit with the ratings, with the, I mean, the players are gonna retire soon. We're in a new era. There's no more Durant. There's no more Curry. There's no more. Well, there kind of is, but like you know what I mean. There's like no more LeBron in like the finals. Where those are like the names in the past. Yeah, that makes sense. I wish the NFL would do that. I just stick to that one for real. Oh my gosh, literally all I watch is Red Zone because I don't care to just watch the Saints game. Like I know we're gonna get our ass kicked, so it's just like all right. But oh my god, my heart always I get so anxious whenever I see the Saints pop up on Red Zone, and it's always a fucking special teams play. It's always special teams. It's always like a fumble or like a block or a fucking big ass return, and it's like oh my gosh, why Scott, why Scott, don't do it Scott. But yeah, Red Zone plus Stream East, bro. Red Zone and the Stream East during the. Well, actually, you're gonna need more than that now. I heard they're gonna put games on Netflix, Peacock. John, what do I need to do to win the cat? I don't know. I haven't won since like the first time. Well, me and Saha split one. How's it going, Saha? Happy Wednesday. Me and Saha split one a few years ago. But yeah, it's hard, dude. It's like it's mostly luck. I'm not gonna lie. Like you kind of gotta like put yourself in the best position to win, and then let the chips fall. Split. Yeah, we split it, bro. I remember. I think he was gonna win though, low key. Gotta draft all our. No, I did that last year. I went double RB, and then my wide receiver one was fucking Keenan Allen. And then what ended up being my best receiver was fucking George Kittle. Go George Kittle. Shout out to George Kittle. My wide receiver one. He was good for me last year. But yeah, bro, I don't know. I've been trying to win the cat for years now. I haven't won it. I haven't, let me see. I have it right here. Yeah, it's been 3 years since I've been to the finals. So your guess is as good as mine. RBs are rough. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, especially for standard. Um, fuck it. Have the whole ring. Fuck it. I'm just kidding. No, I want that half. The precious. I'm the precious. I'm 1-2-1 in the finals, Ronnie. I won one, lost two, and tied one. But yeah, bro, losing the finals fucking sucks. I remember when I lost to Mejia, it was like the worst feeling. No, 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 to Farron. To Farron, bro. Yeah, the DeMar Hamlin year we tied. The year I lost was to Farron when Dorge traded Saquon. And yeah, like I knew I was over. I lost by like before the 1 o'clock games. I knew it was just over with. And I was like, damn, this is a bad feeling. And then the other one was against Mejia, but that one was kind of funny because it was the Niners against Saxonville. And it was kind of funny because it was like Mejia's team versus my defense. Because I'm not gonna lie, Saxonville was like the only reason why I got to the finals last year. That year, Saxonville, remember that year? The Jags, bro, they were good that year. Um, how pissed were you when I won? I wasn't pissed at you. I was more mad at the Packers coaching staff. I was mad at was that fucker's name? Matt LaFleur more than anything, because I was like, damn it, bro, I just needed 1 yard. But I was also kind of like pissed at myself because I had talked to Farron the weekend of, and I was like, hey, should I start this returner instead? Because I had this returner in the whole time. Because I was like, if I had this returner in, it's like a guaranteed like 2, 3, minimum points. And I had him in the whole time, but I started this other guy. I forgot who it was. It doesn't even matter anymore. And he got me like no points, like not even like one. And so then it came down to that, and it was like, damn, bro, like I needed a yard, literally like a yard, and I would have had it. But I think I would have lost the finals anyways. I think I saw the score. I would have lost to George anyways. So the storyline was better that way because there was no storyline with me and George. It was like I think what he was the number one seed, and I think I was number one seed. So it was like, like that would have been boring, dude. It's like the two number one seeds playing each other. Like okay, like what's new? There's no storyline. Whereas with Ronnie, okay, this is a rematch, COVID, um, was it a fluke? Kamara going off on Christmas. It was like, okay, like we got some, something to go with here, and it wasn't a fluke, bro. That shit. No, yeah, I feel it. Once like 3 years pass, you'll start like getting over it. But let me see, you lost. Oh, but you lost two recently. That's why. That's the problem. Yeah, you lost last year, and then you lost year six. Yeah, you're not over the COVID one. I would have been over the COVID one, bro. The COVID one wasn't like yeah, it counted, but there was so many factors against that shit. Like Kamara, had a runny nose, and he was out for a week. Like, you know what I mean? It was like that. Fucking you would have like, yeah, dude, like Jarvis Landry was like why would you start Jarvis Landry? And well, it's because my fucking receiver had a too high temperature. He had a 98.9 draft day. I mean, he is backyard again. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. We are going back to um Buffalo Wild Wings. We're going back to beat ups. We're going back to beat ups. We're going back to B-dubs, bro. Oh my gosh, Ronnie, those prices, bro. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. I remember when it was $7, dude. $7, bro. And then we went there and it was like $20 for a fucking um for a combo meal. Let me see. Of course, man. They don't just give me the fucking menu. They're like, oh, would you like to order? Would you like to order? I love Mejia, but don't get me wrong. Mango habanero and a cold beer in the AC with our jerseys on, bro. That's how I want it. Yeah, dude. I want some of that Asian zing and a cold seltzer with my laptop. Yeah, bro. And there's usually like preseason football going on, right? Like some bullshit. Oh, wait, no, we usually do the Sunday before. So yeah, there's usually some bullshit going on, you know. I'm gonna bring my iPad. Yeah, bring. I recommend bringing something, y'all. Like you gotta have that extra. We still doing the dog? Yeah, why not? What the fuck? We're doing everything. I think. Yeah, there was a new champion in the dog, Johnny. Johnny won the dog last year. Yeah, last year we pulled up for the dog at B Dubs, but then the cat was at Mejia's, and I think that's why we didn't do. Yeah, that's why we didn't do beat ups twice, and also because it was the 10-year anniversary. So we're like, let's just do it at somebody's house. Yeah, I will. Hold on. I'll bring the. I have last year's chart. It's right here. I still have last year's. It's in my closet. So yeah, we're gonna have to buy another one. We'll have to buy another draft board. Let's see. Oh, it's sticky. I don't want to open it. I'm scared I'll rip it. Oh, hold up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, because multiple parts. I see. Who got 4 receivers? I don't fucking know, dude. We were drunk, I think, by the time this shit happened. But yeah, it's like memories, you know. We could like see like over the years what we did, you know. It's pretty cool. The 10-year anniversary. I really think we should get a belt. We should get like a trophy or a belt or class rings. Um yeah, like I want this belt, bro. Like someone walking around with this. Let me see. I like the board. Yeah, the board was really good. Saha, thank you for buying the board. You're down 2 for the goat. The goat is kind of weird though, because it's only 7 rounds and low key, like after like round, I mean 5 rounds, and after round 3, it kind of falls off. A legacy I'll pass the fucking draft board. I went hero build with RB with CMC. Oh man, yeah, dude, I know that feeling. And McCaffrey was good the year before last year. He was like fucking fantasy MVP. Dang, Aaron Rodgers on Rogan. He is. Mm. What's he gonna say on that? Like, oh, I'm joining the Steelers. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Weirdo. You know who else is a weirdo? Next topic right here. Congrats, Ronnie, on being a father. Keep him away from. Well, keep the kid away from P Diddy, bro. Oh my gosh. The next topic, P Diddy trial update. Let's go. I'm going there. We're going there this episode, guys. We're going there. Let's go. All right. This is what I've been, what I've been hearing. That segue was lit. Yeah, keep your kids away. Dude, oh my gosh. Hold up. I need to fucking show you guys this picture, bro. Hold up. P Diddy trial. Cause dude, y'all need to see what I'm seeing. Some of these pictures are crazy, man. All right, I'm reading it from this is the Times. I don't know which Times it is. Bro, look at what they found in this fucking dude. Look. These are official pictures, bro. Official. Bro, this is just a half of it. You don't even know everything I've read. Okay, so the trial, this is the second week. Second week, 7 week trial, or like 8 weeks or 10. Whatever. It's gonna be a long fucking trial, like at least 3 months, all right? So he's on trial for sex trafficking, drugs, and drug possession, firearm possession, sex trafficking, and I believe some sort of like domestic, no, not domestic violence, like sex abuse towards Cassandra Ventura. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into everything, but I'm gonna go into the juicy details. So last week, um, Cassie Ventura, Cassandra Ventura testified. I don't like calling them by their stage names. I feel like a little kid, you know. Like I'm not gonna call him PD. I'm gonna call him Sean Combs. So Sean Combs is on trial, second week. Here we go. Sexually trafficking, assaulting, and exploiting women for 2 decades. All right. Um. So she testified last week. Um. Fuck it. If they take it down here, YouTube, whatever. So the juiciest thing that I found that I heard about it was that Sean Combs is essentially a cuck. He would hire like male prostitutes. I found one of them too. He even testified. One guy testified. One of them, another guy was in jail in the Florida jail. Um, and he would basically like pay them to fuck her. And then he would like watch, and then apparently he would like drug her and stuff. Um, They didn't really talk that much about the freak off parties. Unless it was related to like her, unless she was either present or made to do stuff that was against like her will, consent, whatever. Um, so we have a mixture. This drug is a mixture of ecstasy, ketamine. We'll get there in a bit, Saha. Um, yeah. So it's like a champagne that they'll bring out. It's a champagne, and in that champagne, they put in, ecstasy to get you to, like, feel good, and then the ketamine to get you, like, tranquilized and to knock you out. Jay-Z is caught up with that shit. I not in the trial, but because he was, like, the Diddy parties, it's, like, circumstantial. It's like, "Did you know about it?" "I don't know." "Maybe. You were there. Who knows?" It's kinda like one of those things. But as of right now, he's not named. I think, they mentioned that, Kid Cudi is gonna have to testify soon, um, because I guess he was, with, with Cassandra for a while, in the past, and because of that, I think, supposedly or allegedly, um Combs, like, blew up his car or tried to, like, either, like, blew up his car or, like, got someone to, like, crash into his car, like, on purpose, to, like, get him hurt. So there's that. But, yeah, the drug raid, so here's what they found at his house. They found guns, AR-15, like, parts, so, like, bump stocks to make them, like, automatic, to make them fully auto. ketamine, ecstasy, $9,000 in cash. On top of everybody knows about the baby oil, but like lingerie and like all this like weird shit. So that's what they've shown so far in terms of the evidence. Um, they had Cassandra testify. They had like older, not older, his older prostitute testify. Where was he? His name was. I got his name right here. I got his name right here. And all this is available for the public. Damn it, where's he? I had a picture of him. Was it Hughes? No. It was this older black dude. Damn it, I went through three different. I went to NBC. I think CNN has it. Shout out to CNN. Yeah, here we go. His name was Sheree Hayes. Sheree Hayes. There's no pictures of these people. It's all like drawn because it's federal, and the judge isn't allowing cameras, so it's federal. I mean, it's all like just drawing of these people. But yeah, he said so. So this is one guy already who's on the stand testifying to this, and there's another guy, who's in like a Florida jail, uh, I think Cassie admitted to him like having sex with him, and then he was interviewed later on, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, like the one I think he was justified later on because I think when he was being um questioned by the police, he was talking about it, and yeah, he was justified for it being a thing." Oh, and then another juicy detail that came out. So I guess one of his assistants had come out and said that I guess Diddy tried to kill Suge Knight. Like he tried to he pulled up with like three guns and try to kill him. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, we're only in week 2 of this trial. Like I mentioned, Kid Cudi is supposed to testify soon. Um, testify this week, pertaining to yeah. Here we go. That supposedly, allegedly, that Sean Combs blew up Kid Cudi's car in the driveway. Hmm. And that apparently, um, he would record all of this, right? All these like these interactions with fucking with prostitutes, and she would sorry, and that's how Diddy controlled her through blackmail. He's like, hey, do what I say, or I'm gonna release all this shit to the public, and your image and career is gonna be over basically because you're just gonna be a bunch of prostitutes fucking you, and you're on drugs and shit. What the fuck is this? Bro, this is wild. Bro, I saw a picture of this guy. What the fuck? Hold up, New York Post. Hold up, I gotta show you guys this, bro. This is crazy, dude. This is a real picture, dude. This is crazy. This is some like movie shit, bro. I got it right here. It's on New York Post. That's why I was kind of hesitant. I'm like, but they're a reputable paper. That's my understanding. Did I fucking pass the picture, bro? Bro, come on. Ah, found it, bro. Look at this dude. So apparently, this is the guy. Look, this is the guy. The guy that was at the Diddy parties, bro. So this guy was testifying that he was at the Diddy parties, bro. This is wild. So yeah, his name is Shirai Hayes. He's 51 now. 51 years old. How's it going, Brian? We're talking about the diddler. Keep your kids away from the diddler. Damn, man. Fucking Diddy, dude. So yeah, it's only the second week of the trial, like you're mentioning. Um, they found baby oil, lube, ecstasy, ketamine. What else they find? Guns. Yeah, dude, I think it might be over for Diddy, bro. It might be over. They're putting like holes in in the case because I'm seeing what the defense is doing, and the defense is essentially going the route of, yeah, this all this is nasty. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, whatever. But it's not illegal. You know what I mean? So at least that's what I think. That's what I'm reading from it. It's like, okay, here's uh a swinger party, and it's like, yeah, it's weird. Yeah, people have their kinks or whatever, but it's not illegal. And that's like kind of what they're going with. They're like they're going with like, all this was consensual. All this, nobody made you do anything. There was no drugs like that. And if it was like weed or Ciroc, you know my client has a partnership with. So yes, it's reasonable under the circumstances that Ciroc would be present, considering they are funding $10 million of my client's operation. Shit like that. It's like I guess you could go that route, but it's like, yeah, like Sarah was saying, there's no coming back from this, bro. There's no coming back. Like, imagine, dude, fucking, you're seeing your fucking your girl getting pounded by fucking this dude in front of you, and you're fucking recording it because you're a cuck and shit. Like, bruh. Yeah, dude, all this information's out there for you guys to find it. Like, you just Google this shit, it's right there. Like, these are public information. Like, this is wild, bro. This is fucking wild. Alrighty. You know what else is wild? The fucking Saints schedule, bro. Let's go. Next topic. Next fucking topic. So, we are looking at the New Orleans Saints 2025 schedule. I'll pull it up right here. So, in all honesty, guys, I think. All right, I put it up right here for you guys, and we'll do this together. Oops. Right here for y'all. Here we go. Right here. Here we go, y'all. I see some winnable games here. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these are winnable. Some of these are definitely winnable. Definitely. Especially that game one. All right, let's go through this together. All right. Just let me know what you guys think in the chat. All right, game one at home against Cardinals. I'm gonna just put Cardinals. I think the Saints are gonna win that shit. Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What do you guys think? Saints, come on. Saints Cardinals. I think we could beat them. I think we can. I'm just saying that. I think we can. First game of the season. Coming out hot. I don't know. And I just don't believe in Kyler, bro. I do think Marvin Harrison's gonna have a better year though. Cards were whack. Yes, they were. Let's go. All right, week 2. '49ers. All right, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a L. Unfortunately, okay? I know they lost a lot of time. I know they paid Purdy 53 mil a year now, and he's like top 10 paid in the league. But yeah, bro, week 2, unfortunately, is going to have to be an L. The Niners are way more talented than we are. They still have a good D. No Diddy. But yeah, bro, week 2, L. Harrison was the bust for most of the year. Kyler prioritizes COD. Exactly. Call of Duty, bro. All right, week 3. Oh man. Ugh. Week 3 at Seattle. Unfortunately, brothers. Okay, I think that game will be closer than the Niners game, but I still think we lose, especially because it looks like it's going to be an afternoon game, like at 1 o'clock, 3:05 or 4 for East Coast people. That must suck watching football at 4 in the afternoon like that. Oh my god. But yeah, I would say Seattle's going to be like L. Yeah, but like a field goal. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. And then week 4 at Buffalo. Yeah, it's a L, bro. I'm sorry. We're probably gonna get spanked. I hope it's not that cold. The Staley defense is gonna be confusing at first. Yeah, yeah. And Seattle, well, I forgot Seattle has the coordinator, Kubiak. Yeah, Seattle Darnold Cup connection. There you go, Darnold, go off. And then yeah, week 4 with fucking Buffalo. Dude, Buffalo just better than we are. It's just there's tiers to this shit. We're gonna have a tier list before the season starts, but I like this right now. We're next week I'll do Packers. Say, you're here, we'll go Packers next week. Next week Packers predictions. Let's go next week. All right, let's go right here. Week 5 versus Giants. That's a win. I think that's a win. Let's go. Do the Cowboys for Siles? I'm gonna do the Raiders for Siles, bro. Let's go. Become a Raiders fan, Siles. Let's go. Yeah, week 5, win. Let's go. Week 5. I think the Giants are literally one of the worst teams. Like, I really do. We're not that much better, but yeah, Russell Wilson, dude. I figured by week 5, Jameis Winston's gonna be starting, dude. Jameis Winston, the return to New Orleans. Let's go. If honestly, if Jameis starts, he might win. He might ball out for like 3 tubs and like a pick and like a fumble, but I think he still might win. Yeah, exactly. But as of right now, because Russell Wilson is still technically the starter. Oh, and Jackson Dart. I think Jackson Fart is a. But we'll see. We'll see. If Wilson plays, yeah, yeah. Wilson is starting. Wilson is starting. We know that. But they drafted Fart, and I know how these league owners are, bro. These coaches, they don't like Jameis. They think he's like that like make a wish kid that's like on the team. That's like he's good for morale. Like let the lad play. Like the he's like the drummer boy for the team. You know what I mean? I know for a fact that's what they see him as. Like that guy that like when he's around, everybody gets happy because he'll make everybody laugh, but he ain't that good. Jackson Fart, yeah. Oh my god. Jackson Dart fart apart, not smart. Tyler Shuck, oh man, I'm shook, dude. All right, back to this. Let me see. Week 6, Patriots, dude. We can win that. Let's go. We can beat the Patriots. Hell yeah. I think the Patriots are one of the worst teams. I think they're gonna get better because they have Vrabel, new coaching staff. Um, they're gonna run the ball well with they have Stevenson. They drafted a new running back. But yeah, it's gonna be like a 17-14 game, like one of those. Diggs he's kind of washed though now, bro. He's coming off of is it an ankle injury or a knee injury? 'Cause, I mean, there's a reason why the Texans let him go. This is what his 4th team now. It's gonna be his 4th team, and I mean Drake May. I mean Drake May. Hmm. Hmm. Drake May. I don't know about that. Not to say Tyler Shuck is any much better, but Drake May hasn't shown much. You know who else hasn't shown much is the fucking Bears, bro. I don't know why the Bears are so highly like. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Week 7 at Bears. Well, I know why people are so high on the Bears, just because Chicago is like top 5 media markets in the country. There's a lot of like people in NFL media that are from Chicago. Drake May, garbage yards, Rattler. John doesn't believe. I think Rattler is on like the same tier as Shuck, which is like a C plus. At Bears, I'm calling it, bro. We're gonna be the fucking Bears. Let's go. Let's go. I don't think the Bears are that good. I'm gonna say it. I had some of their players. What happened to Dennis Allen? He went to the Bears. Ugh. I mean, if Dennis Allen went to the Bears, I thought Dennis Allen went to the Broncos. Let me see. Wow, the Bears hired him. Fuck me, man. That might be a revenge game for them then, because their defense is actually really good. I might have to take that back. Their defense is going to be pretty good. Their offense is going to be a little better because they're going to have Caleb under another system, another year. Yeah, I think we're going to lose that one. Take that one back. We're going to lose that one. Sorry, Seha. We're going to lose that one. I already see the play, and it's going to be cold. Yeah, sorry. We're going to lose that one. All right, I believe in the Bears. They're better because they got. I'm not gonna lie, they got more talent than we do, better defense than we do. They're gonna be motivated. They're at home. It's gonna be cold. They got our old coach. Yeah, it's too much fighting against this. All right, here we go. Damn it, that's the week of my birthday too. If they beat the Bears that week, that'll be the best birthday present for me that week. Let's go. Hopefully they beat them. I hope they do. Let's go. Week 8. We got the Buccaneers. Oh boy. Oh shit! I didn't even put the. Well, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. I'm sorry. We're gonna lose. I think the Bucs are just way better than us. I think they would lose both games to them. Sadly, I just think they're way better on offense. They have fucking. I know. They have the new receiver they got from Ohio State. They have Godwin. They have Mike Evans. They have Bucky Irving. Fucking. Baker's the best quarterback in the division. Their defense is still pretty solid. Like, yeah, bro, they're gonna win that. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. And then week 9 at Rams. Sorry, another L. I'm gonna go to that game though. November 2nd at 1:00. I will be there. November 2nd here in LA. I will be there at the game. I don't care. I do not care. I will be there. The Saints are in town. I'm there. Then here we go. Week 9. Back to the win column. Actually, fuck, not that one. Because that one we're on the road. I think we split against the Panthers. So since that one's week 10. Yeah, if they beat the Bucks, that'd be great. But I don't know. Let me see. Sorry, it's week 9 still. Wait, is it week 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's week 10. Yeah, week 10 against the Panthers. At Panthers, it's an L. We'll split with them. The Panthers, like last year, they're getting better. I may not make it when the Childs do. Oh, okay. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Hopefully not. Hopefully they win. And you can go. And the child will be born. All 3 will happen. Okay, then we had a bye week. Yeah, good. We'll have a bye week after a close divisional loss at Carolina. They're getting better. They got new receivers. They're getting, the quarterback's getting more comfortable behind the pocket. Is really good accuracy. But yeah, we'll have week 11 versus the Falcons. I mean, yes, that's a win. Let's go. We will beat the Falcons at home. We got that one. Probably lose on the road against them, but there's that. Then we got week 12 against the Dolphins at Miami. Look at the Dolphins got worse. Tua late in the year. I think we can win that one, especially if Tua's injured. You know what I mean? Because Tua doesn't really last the whole season, and this will be later on in the season. It won't really matter to the weather unless it's raining like a motherfucker. But I think the Saints we could beat Miami. I think we could. I really could. And then a quick, week 13, lose to the Bucks. Doug's trying to rebuild exactly like the Dolphins are trying to rebuild exactly what you're saying. Here we go, and then the week 14. This is the win at home against the Panthers. And here we go, another win right here. Another win, week 15 against the Jets. I think the Jets are one of the worst teams in the league, and we're at home against them. So yeah, let's go. I think they got a good defense, some decent skill position players, but overall, nah. Oh wait, Jets win, duh. Yeah, the Jets. I mean, the Miami game will be close. Miami will be close, but I think we can win that one. Let me see. Jets. I'm gonna write a dub. Sorry about that, guys. And then my the Titans in week 16. Oh, sorry, I meant to skip a week. I forgot to skip a week. Sorry, guys, the bye week. But you guys, you'll know what I mean. The bye week came before Atlanta. Week 16 against at Titans. That's a win. I think the Titans also one of the worst teams. And then week 17, one of the last game of the season, it's going to be at Atlanta. That's an L, sorry. We're going to split against them. So overall, yeah, the first Atlanta game is going to be off a bye, so that'll be good. Let me go right here. Hold on. Let me see how many L's we got. I count 1, 2, 3. I'm going through it, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 9 L's. So I got teams going 8 and 9. 8 and 9 record. The Saints 8 and 9. How about y'all? I could definitely see that 8 and 9. That's an improvement. I think the floor is probably like 5. Yeah, like 5 wins. But this ceiling right now, I see them going 5 to 8 wins. I see that definitely in the future. 5 to 8 wins. 5 to 8 wins. That is definitely possible. Definitely possible. You know what else is definitely possible? Sadly, is fucking Nintendo, bro. I don't know if you guys have seen the new user agreement, but essentially moving forward now on the Switch, they must have got tired of people hacking their consoles. But if it's in the new user agreement, if you update your Switch, you'll get it, your new one. Even the old one, but for the Switch 2 also. So apparently, someone, because I never read those shits, nobody does, but some people do. Really autistic people do, people that are really, really, they have the time to fucking go through every fucking nook and cranny of that shit. But apparently now there's two major changes. One, um, you can't pursue a class action lawsuit against them anymore via the Switch and Switch 2. You by agreeing to their agreement, their user agreement, you agree to arbitrate through them. So you essentially go through like a third party judge that you and Nintendo agree upon, and then it's not really a trial, but they just kind of decide what's fair for both sides or for this situation that you're in. And people theorize they did that because they lost that class action lawsuit with the Switch 1 with the Joy Cons drifting. These shits. These shits. So I don't know if you guys know this, but nowadays, if this fucks up on you, all you have to do is just go through like Nintendo support, and then you ship it to them, and then they send you a new one. So because they essentially made a flawed product. So people think, oh, okay, so part of that is okay, so them avoiding, getting another class action suit and avoiding having to replace everybody's fucking Joy Cons again. Okay, let's just arbitrate, no lawsuit that way, and that's bullshit in my opinion. The other major thing, which this pisses me off more, is that if you make any sort of let's say like hack, jailbreak, or like a non-licensed or like non-approved like change adjustment to your console, then they have the right to essentially brick it. So before, if you were to do that on your console, they would get, some sort of alert, and then they would cut you off from online games, which was fair because you want to do that to avoid like hackers and people that cheat. Which okay, I get that. And then because you essentially broken their license agreement, yeah, you broke the law, the IP law, um, and so they kind of cut you off from their ecosystem. But you're still able to play, yeah, Donkey Kong 64. You're able to play old Pokemon, fucking Final Fantasy. Like you play whatever you want on your Switch. The Switch is still yours. It still works. Yeah, you can't play Mario Kart online with your friends or whatever, but it's still yours. But not anymore. Apparently, I gotta see this happen. If it happens, dude, this is gonna be fucking crazy. So apparently now is if you do that, like let's say you fucking download fucking emulators on your Switch 2, then apparently they're gonna get a fucking alert, and then when you open your console, it'll just say not usable. It's not working. It doesn't work. This is um a fucking door stopper at this point. It's a paperweight. It's like what the fuck, dude, and that's crazy, dude. TBH, I'm pretty big on buying new game products. I was sad that I couldn't play the PS4 gen. Yeah, dude, I didn't get to play the PS4 gen, so when I got a PS5, I was kind of happy about it because I got to play all the old PS4 titles and the very minimal PS5 titles that came out too. The PS5, like this generation, wasn't that good either. There was good games like Elden Ring, for example, like shit like that, but it wasn't like the same as PS4, like where there was bangers after bangers. Like, you had God of War Ragnarok this time around. Spider-Man 2 was kind of underwhelming. Yeah, some good ones, but it wasn't the same. Yeah, I hope the Switch 2 does bad, but they sold out on pre-orders like in an hour, apparently. Like in a couple hours they sold out on pre-orders. So yeah. The Donkey Kong game does look good. The it's basically like Mario Odyssey for Donkey Kong. Yeah, literally the only thing I was telling Saha, the only thing that'll get me to buy a Switch 2 at this point is if they make like the best Pokemon game. You know what I mean? Like how do I show you? Um oh, here we go. Yeah. Like if they made like a Pokemon Breath of the Wild. Yeah, like this. Got it. Like if they made a Pokemon game that looks like that and that plays like Zelda or like anything similar to that, yeah, like Odyssey. Yeah, if they made like a Pokemon Odyssey. Yeah, yeah, a Power World. Yeah, yeah, sure. Why not? If they made like a Power World, why not? Yeah, if they made that, but good graphics, bro. Because like for example, like I bought a modded PSP, right? So with like Nintendo new policy, because like I'm running mods of Mortal Kombat on there, for example, right? Or Pokemon on there, for example. They could then like just essentially make it so that it's not usable. My PSP, even though you know what I mean, like a DS. Let's use a DS for example. Donkey Kong Odyssey for the Switch 2. No, no. So the Donkey Kong came. I thought the Donkey Kong game is like Odyssey, isn't it? I know it's Donkey Kong Country, but it's basically like the gameplay from what I saw is, isn't it? Donkey Kong Bonanza? Isn't that the name of it? Yeah, Bonanza. Yeah, and the bananas are essentially the stars from like Mario, right? Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't want to do bad marketing, but it's to my understanding that yeah, the Donkey Kong game was pretty similar to like Odyssey, where it's kind of like you go to not an open world, but like different worlds within the Donkey Kong Kingdom. Yeah, see, they got you, Ronnie. See, they got Ronnie. Ronnie, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it, Ronnie. No. They're gonna charge you $90 for a fucking physical game. Oh my gosh. Yeah, get a PC and just emulate that shit. I thought you already have a PC. I'm just kidding, man. I know it's probably gonna do well. There's so many people that stream, so many content creators that you got to be first. I hope it's one of those things that it's like remember the Apple VR bullshit that flopped $3,500. Zerky murdered my PC. Zerky sold me a jailbroken Amazon Fire Stick that worked for like a month, bro. Zerky is like, I don't know. I trust him with tech, but not that much. Let's just say that. I haven't played my Switch in over a year. Dude, TBH, I only really play my Switch nowadays whenever I have like friends over. It's really become like my like party console. It's like I just play party games on there. Like last time I played it, I played like Nintendo Switch Sports or like um Strikers, Mario Strikers, like nothing crazy. I have Breath of the Wild to my nephew. No, Ronnie, you want to keep those games? They're still worth money. I got to the final boss of Tears of the Kingdom. I just haven't beaten him yet. Like literally, like I'm fighting him, but I just haven't beaten him. My nephews have an adventure. Oh, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Well, with the new Switch 2, you won't be able to share that with your games that way. The thing is, Ronnie, I'm not fighting him with any of the good gear. Like I kind of just went through the story really fast, and so I don't have like any like the good sword, the shield, nothing. I have nothing. I'm literally going in with like base like fire arrows. That's like my strongest fucking. Literally, bro. I gotta beat him though. I gotta beat him. I gotta beat him. Oh man. Yeah, Nintendo is the best and the worst. Is the best and the worst. You know who else I hope beats it? I probably not. It's having the best time and the worst time. Joe Biden, bro. We're going there. Fuck it. Last topic. Joe Biden has cancer, dude. They just announced this the other day, bro. I understand why dudes stick around with like Toxica. Yeah, dude. It's like Nintendo, bro. They give you a reason to stick around. They always give you a reason, but it's always like, damn, like I know you're not treating me that well. Like, and there's others that are treating you better, like Xbox Game Pass or PC. Just play on PC or just emulate your shit, run emulators and just like, yeah, like it really is. It really is easy. Oh, Brian, dude. Oh, Brian. Joe Biden has cancer. 82-year-old man. Is he 82? 82-year-old man, bro. With stage 4 cancer. And it was just announced when, like, this weekend? Yeah, 2 days ago. Part of me calls bullshit. That they did, that they, 2 days ago, which I feel like that's like a no shit Sherlock. But hey, whatever. Call me Watson. Um, but yeah, bro, like these people have like access to like some of the best doctors like in the world. You know what I mean? Like obviously not like fucking the best, but yeah, some of the best doctors in the world. And I'm sure they have like physicals or examinations that they go through, sort of procedures. You know what I mean? Like, hey, cough here 3 times. Like height, weight. I would assume, fuck, dude. I fucking weigh myself, and I'm not even a fucking. I'm not a doctor and shit like that. And it's like, okay, breathe in, breathe out. Shit like that. And it's like, okay, I'm sure you do that more than once a year too, for like a guy this age. You're gonna do that for a guy that's like 22 compared to a guy that's like 82, right? Okay, so you have that. And it's like, okay, so I'm sure you knew about this at least before like 2 days ago. And stage 4 cancer, like that's fucking that doesn't happen like in a few months. That happens like over like I'm assuming years. So it's like, how long did you guys know about this? And it just adds further like fuel to the fire. It's like, bro, like just be honest with me, please be honest with me. But yeah, I feel bad for him. Like, yeah, they probably knew when he announced that he wasn't gonna run. Yeah, I feel like they found out that it was like a severe form of cancer when he first said I'm running, but then like the powers that be, like the ones that fundraise the party and shit, uh the donors and shit, they found out and they were like, and then they saw his performance of how he did on the debate, and they were like, yeah, we can't pay for this shit anymore, bro. We're just wasting our money here. This is a lost cause. This is like elder abuse. Like we can't like we can't ride this train anymore. You know what I mean? So I think they pulled the plug after that. Sorry about the helicopter. The feds hear me. No, stay away. I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, it's a bad look. It's not a good way to go. And if it's stage 4, bro, like, dude, he's probably gonna die soon. Like, it's really sad to say, bro. He's 82 years old. He probably has less than a year to live. Like, if we're being honest. And like, imagine, bro, like you're like last legs, or like then just fucking wheeling you out. Fucking here, Joe, take this fucking drug so you can stand on stage for an hour. Like, bro, imagine how much your knees would hurt, like standing on stage and shit, trying to talk to these people. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this another year, another one. It's Jover for Joe. I don't think they knew when he was running. They found out early he was too old to do anything about it. And what? Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, I heard stage 4 is like by this point it reaches your bones and it's not treatable. Like at that point, it's like you're gonna die, bro. Like it's like, sorry, GG's, thank you. Start getting your affairs in order. And I think that's why they announced it to everybody. Was like, hey, it's gone this bad. There's not a lot of time left. It's Jover, like Seha said. It's Jover. It really is, and it's sad, bro. It's sad to see him going out that way. Because I remember in high school he was at least kind of like competent, and like he was like Obama's like right hand man. But now when I think of him, dude, I'm gonna think of him as like a fucking. I'm gonna think of him like when they wheeled out what's it called, fucking, oh, fuck, what's his name, Jimmy Carter, dude, when they wheeled him out right here, bro. Like this all I'm gonna think of Biden whenever I see him, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, imagine this is you like in like your last years. You're just getting wheelchaired around because you can't fucking stand up straight. I'd be fucking pissed, bro. I'd be like, dude, pull the plug now. Somebody, please. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, look at this. This is Jimmy Carter, not Joe Biden. But yeah, dude, this is basically what's gonna happen, bro. This is sad, bro. He's probably gonna get sunburned. Yeah, as a guy, prostate cancer. For real, bro. Put on my favorite movie and like let me hit my pen really quick and just let me go, dude. Take me to the back. Ronnie. But yeah, dude. Well, at least Joe has like you'll be in comfort. He's like Secret Service detail and shit. But yeah, bro, that's fucking sad. Didn't want to end it on a bad note. So yeah, next week, like we mentioned, fuck it, we'll do Raiders and Packers predictions. We'll do that next time. That'll be a good next week episode. And there is UFC next week, but I'm not gonna be able to watch it because I graduate next week. Had me skydive without a parachute in my Saint stuff. Shoot me in a rocket with as like a test dummy or something. If it blows up, fuck it. Let's go, Styles. We'll be doing those Raiders predictions next week. We'll see what's up with Vegas. The Vegas Raiders. Let's go. And the Packers. Let's go. We'll do both next time. But yeah, this one ran a little longer than I wanted to, but all good. Having a good time this week. Yeah, don't forget, guys. Just if you can, leave a like. I'm gonna comment the chapters like I always do. You guys are already subscribed. Thank you again for coming by this week, and I'll catch you guys next time. 4-hour stream. Oh boy, if I do, I'm gonna have to probably plug in my battery after like the third hour. I think if I do that long of a stream, it would have to be for like a UFC event, a boxing event, or some sort of like event going on back here. Maybe like NFL related. Maybe we could stream the draft. Drafts that we could do that. We can stream the draft. We can stream that's probably the next possible next time we could do that. The thing about streaming like games and stuff is I will get copyright striked. You know, like I will get a copyright shit. But I can stream the draft. I can do that. I would just basically have my laptop like kind of facing us, and in another tab, I'm gonna just have the draft going. And it's on my phone too, so yeah, we can do that. We can definitely do that. I'll do that for year 11. I'll stream it. I'll stream it. I'll just have to connect my laptop to the Wi-Fi, to the B-Dubs Wi-Fi, which they do. Yeah. I'll record the foos. Yeah, I'll record them. I'm sure they won't mind us having like a thing in the corner. Yeah, they'll put us in the corner of the room by a bar or something. So yeah. Well, all right, guys. I'll let Farron know. That should be cool. That should be cool. Well, all right, guys. Catch you guys next time on the next episode of the Everybody in the Mom podcast. See you, everybody. Catch you later.